I'm removing everything. Apex, colon, so Chenna, Visual Force, template. Template. This is what I'm trying to create. Hit enter. Okay, so now create a page. Now create the page. So Visual Force page got created successfully. Now go to the body, Apex page. Okay, next. So you can say I the sidebar all these things false. Sidebar is equal to false. Show header is equal to false. Next click on save. Yes. So everything got deleted. Now you have a fresh template. Now you can have something in this template. So let me say what I need here. Apex colon or I will apply some style here. STYLE style. Yesterday we have seen how to apply the styles. Inline style. That means it is specific to this program. Style. So let's say H1. H1 style I am going to say color is equal to blue. H1 style say let's say color is equal to blue. Now I am saying H1 is my H1 is something like this. H1 is hello Channa Visual Force template page. So H1 ends. So if you see if there is no style, look at that. If there is no style, whatever. H1 must ends with. So I need to end with this. Click on save. So you got the H1. But it is now let me apply the color. That means let me apply the style. So look at this. This is displayed in the blue color. This is displayed in the blue color. That's fine. Now I would like to have this as a template so that I can use this one in other pages. So if you want to do that one, then there is something called Apex colon insert. Name is equal to you can say give some name. Let's say body. Let's say body. Then that's it. Now my template page is ready. So if you look at here what I did, I created a template. That template gives Channa Reddy Visual Force page. I created a template. That template always gives Channa Reddy Visual Force page. Now we'll see how to use this template in other pages. Now we'll see how to use this page in other pages or how to use this template in other pages. Now if you look at here, I have written a statement called Apex insert. Apex insert is a component. Apex insert is a component. Apex insert is a component. So using this, we can insert or substitute different values for this template page. What does it mean? If you look at here, what does it mean? If you look at here, I created a template. This is what the template is. Let me hit enter. Okay, so I created a template. In this template, Apex insert body. So I said this is empty. That means I am going to insert this body using some other Visual Force. I am going to insert this body using some other Visual Force page. So let's have this one. let's have this one. Let me take the print screen of this one and put it in the notepad, so that when we try to use in other Visual Force page, you will get more idea. Okay, this is what this Visual Force page outcome. Now, second step is, now my template is ready. Step 2, using the template. So for this, I am going to create a new page. That means what? Using the template means what? Now embed our created template in new Visual Force page. That's what the meaning. That means what? I am going to create a new Visual Force page. I am going to create a new Visual Force page, and I am going to embed these results in this page. I am going to embed these results in this page. So let's say create. So again, I am creating a new Visual Force page. Create new Visual Force page called. So you can call something. Chenna main page, main Visual Force page. That is template page. This is main Visual Force page. Okay. So therefore, let me take this one. So I am creating main Visual Force page. Hit enter. Create it. Okay, now you can go and say that sidebar all these things false. Sidebar is equal to false. Then show head is equal to false. Click on save. Now this is the main page. Now if you look at here, let me make this as a empty. Now what I do is that there is something called apex colon page, apex colon, there is a component called composition here. So there, apex insert, it is a component. The same way there is something called composition. We'll see what the meaning of composition now. Apex page composition, then this composition uses the template. What is the template name? Chenna Visual Force template. And in that template, what is there? There is a body. If you remember, body. That body I am defining now. Body defined. So how do I define the body? Body, what is the name I have given for that? Is equal to body I have given. Body. So now I need to define that. So how do I define? So I will define so something like page, and just using a tag. This is substituted. Okay, this is substituted text from main page. So now let me end the tag. Now let me run this. Unknown Chenna Visual Force template. Okay, that we can define. That's not a problem. So apex colon composition. Now if you look at here, it is saying Chenna Visual Force template is unknown. So what is the name I have given? Let's see. Chenna Visual Force template. Chenna Visual Force main page. Oh, so this is another problem with the Visual Force. If there is any wrong, it will not save. So let me do it again. So apex colon, the component name is what? Composition. There is a component called composition. So here, this composition takes a parameter called a template. So what is the template name? Chenna Visual Force template. Next, that template is having some body which was empty. Now I need to define it. So therefore, apex colon define. What I need to define? I need to define the body. Define name is equal to body. What is the name I have given? Whatever you have given the name there, that you can specify here. Next, I am just putting a page break or new line. This is substituted text. Substituted text from main page. Now let me end this. Okay, then define is ended, composition is ended. Now let me save this. Look at this. Look at this, now you see the difference. Okay, so let me put this in the notepad now. Let me put this in the notepad. Now please observe. This is what, this is template. This is template. And if you look at here, this is the main page. This is what the template and this is what the main page. This is for the main page. If you look at the main page now, what I have written, I said, okay, page something, something and all, apex composition, then apex body define. Whenever you say apex body define, it will go here, it will bring this, in this place, it will go and define. That means this will be substituted. Okay, I am repeating again here. If you look at the results, result is, if you see the substituted text is from this page. Substituted text, this substituted text is coming from this page. If you see Channa Visual Force is coming from the template. Channa Visual Force is coming from the template because that's not there here. That means what? This template I am able to use in other pages. This template I am able to use in other pages. Any questions here? So therefore, if you want to create a template and you want to use another pages, then you need to have something called apex insert and give some name. Apex insert and give some name. And this you need to define in the pages wherever you want to use this template. So I want to use this template here, that's why I am defining it. I want to use this result here, that's why I am defining it. Apex composition means it will take the template and it will put the results here. Or it takes the template results and put it in the current page. And here if there is empty body or empty apex insert, I am defining what is this meaning. So the meaning of apex insert is defined here, that is what displayed here. And the apex composition template is nothing but it will go and take the template results and put it here. So that is how you can reuse the templates. If you have any questions now you can ask me else. That is how you can reuse the templates. Any questions? Supreet, Shiva, Varsha. So therefore here there is something called the apex composition. And remember this, here you are using this apex insert, right? We can have any number of apex inserts. Any number of apex inserts. That means you can have any number of apex inserts, but you need to define each one using the name. We need to define using name. Now if you see apex composition. Composition is again a component. comma, fetches. What it will do? It fetch. It fetch. It fetch the Visual Force template. What it is doing? It is fetching the Visual Force template. Next, there is something called the Apex define. What we are doing here is the component again. Okay. Fills. What it will do? It fills the template. That's what the meaning is. So that's what I specified here. Now let me go back and show you again. So this is nothing but Apex Channa template. This is what the result. Let me take and put in the print screen. Now there is a main page. Channa main page. This is what the result. Let me take a print screen and put it here. This is what the outcome of both. I'll put this screenshot for you guys so that it will be easy for you to understand. Okay. Now if you have any questions on this, please ask me now. So this is how we can create the templates. So if you want to create a template, then template is nothing but what? Some dummy one. So you can modify it or you can use it whenever you want. Okay. So I have created a template which is going to give hello Channa, and it is having some insert. It's a component, and this component you can implement whenever you want. Then so I want to use this template in some other program or some other Visual Force. So I come to I go to the Visual Force page. Then there is something called Visual Force composition. What it will do? It takes the template and insert the results here. Then this template is having Apex insert that I am defining here. So that's why. So from the composition or because of composition, we are getting these results. Because of define, we are getting these results. That's all. Any questions? Shiva, Sukrit, Varsha? Any questions? Please let me know. So reusing the pages with the templates. Reusing the pages with the templates. Step 1 is what? Step 1, creating the template. So what is the program? So this is what the program for that, creating the template. Shiva, are you there? Okay, next step 2 is what? Step 2 is using the template. Step 2 is using the template. So what is the program for that? Channa Visual Force main page. Okay, that's all about this one. Then, so if you see here, so we are using something called the composition, right? The same way there is something called the include. There is one more thing called include. So let's see what is the difference between include and composition. So therefore, step 3, I am just trying with one more option. Let me put another option. That is nothing but including one Visual Force page within another Visual Force page. Another option. So including one Visual Force page in another Visual Force page. So that means that the question is what? How to include one Visual Force page in another Visual Force page? That's what the question is. So the question is how to include. So templates are over. Now next question is how to include one Visual Force page within another Visual Force page. How to include one Visual Force page within another Visual Force page. So if you look at here, so Channa main Visual Force page is a page. I want to include this one in another Visual Force page. Templates are different. Templates are what? Some kind of format which you can go and use it somewhere else. And including means you developed something and I want to use your results. So therefore the question is how to include one Visual Force page results or one Visual Force within another Visual Force page. So that means what? Here we have above we have what is that? Channa main Visual Force page. So this is where we created, right? If you look at here in the step 2, we created this one. So we have this one. Okay? We have this one. Now I would like to use this result in some other page. Okay, use this page results in or include this page results in some other Visual Force page called, let me call some other Visual Force page. What do we call? Channa embedded another Visual Force page. Let me create this one. So I am going to create Channa embedded another Visual Force page. Channa embedded another Visual Force page. So let me create that. So I am creating Channa embedded another Visual Force page. Create it. Now you can say sidebar is equal to true, false, all these things. Let's say sidebar is equal to false. So header is equal to false. Now you have these results. Okay, now you have these results. Now next thing is that I would like to use other Visual Force page results here. So that means let me display something called before. Before include. So I am just displaying some text here, before include. Now I would like to include. So if you want to include the results, then there is something called apex colon include. Previously it was composition. Now it is include. So apex page name. What is the page name? Channa. What is the page name? Channa main Visual Force page. That's it. Okay, you can end the tag. Now see this? Yeah. Now let me put a page break and after include. I'm just displaying some tags here, nothing more than that. Now look at this one. So in this particular Visual Force page, what I have a text called before include that is displayed. Now these two results, these two lines of results coming from where? Coming from some other Visual Force page. Coming from some other Visual Force page. So that's why what we are doing here, we are including that Visual Force page results inside this page. We are including that Visual Force page result inside this page. And after that I am just displaying after the page or after include. That's how you can include one result, Visual Force page result into another Visual Force page. So therefore, so if you want to include one Visual Force page into another Visual Force page, then you need to use something called the Apex include. This is a component again. Apex include. So this is a component again. So you need to use the Apex include. Now if you have any questions, you can ask me. Else, we can move to the next concept. We can move to the next concept. Any questions?
No, good.
I'm just giving the name so that it is easy for you to practice. Create a template. The name is nothing but this one. So that you understand that this template is used in this page and this page results is included in some other page. That's how the templates works. So that therefore template is what? Some kind of, if you have a common requirement, keep that common requirement in the template and then you define that template whenever you want in other Visual Force page. We have seen how to do that. The next thing is that how to include one Visual Force page results in another Visual Force page. If you want to include one Visual Force page results into another Visual Force page, then you are going to use the tag called the Apex include. See, most of them are asking these questions only. The questions will be something like this. How do I include one Visual Force page results in another Visual Force page? What is the component name? Apex include. How to use template in Visual Force page? If you want to use the template in other Visual Force page, then you are going to use the component called the Apex composition. Apex composition. Then what is a Apex define is? Apex define helps to fill the Apex define. So it is used to define the template insert commands or insert component. So these are the different steps available here. The next thing is that, let me go back here. If I click on the new, so if you see here, this text box, this label, this text box, or this is what? This is not the text box, this is text area. All these are standard fields, right? Standard UI elements. All these are standard UI elements. Now the question is, how do I create my own custom UI element? Please see the requirement. If you look at here, this text box, this text area, this text box, this label, this button, everything is what? Standard UI element or UI component. Now the next thing is that, how do I create? How to create custom UI component? How to create custom UI component? That means I would like to have my own component, UI component or UI element. UI element or component. Some people call it as element, some people call it as component. So therefore, next program is, what is the program number? Program number 90. Custom UI component or element. So I would like to develop custom UI component. So therefore, first you need to understand the requirement. So the requirement is something like this. I would like to have a custom UI component like this. I would like to, I want something like this. Sorry. I want one textual kind of thing. And name for this is, I would like to have name as Chenna with some height. So inside that I would like to have one more with this much of height something. Then I would like to have ready. So if you look at here, please see this. So I would like to have this kind of component. So if you see here, Chenna we displayed. This is having text. This is having text and it is having some height. Ready we displayed. This is having some text and this is having some height. And it is having border. It is having border. So therefore, let me go ahead and create a component. Let me go ahead and create a component like this. And then I will be passing values to this component. I will be passing values to this component. So if you look at here, let's go to the program, previous program. So if you see here, Apex include is a component. That component is having properties. What is the property? Name. The same way, if you look at here, this is a component. I would like to create a component that will have border. So this is nothing but a border and a label. This is a component. So this component is having border and label are the properties. If you look at here, Apex include is the component. That component is having a property called name. The same way I would like to have a component which will have the border and a name. Which will have the border and a name. That values I will pass in the runtime. That values I will pass in the runtime. So therefore, if you look at here, till now we use standard Visual Force based components. Please stop. So what are the standard Visual Force based components? So like Apex page or Apex include or Apex colon data table and so on so on so. We use so many components. Okay, we use so many components. Next, one more thing is all standard Visual Force components are used with what? With Apex. Apex colon. So if you see here, include the component. How are we using that? Using Apex. Data table is a component. How are we using that? Using Apex. Next, I already told you all standard components will have Apex, but how about the custom components? I already told you. All custom Visual Force components are used with, I already told you, what is that? C. C stands custom. Apex stands, or Apex is, whenever you are using Apex before the component, then it is a standard. Whenever you are using C before the component, it is a custom. It is a custom. So therefore, now, so let's create our own component with attributes, or let's create our own attribute let's create our own component with attributes or properties. What are the properties? So with properties, what are the properties? Just now I explained. So if you look at here, I would like to have a custom component which will take border and text. So therefore, I would like to have two properties. So what are the properties? Border and text. So therefore, let's create our own component with attributes or properties border and text. Border and text. So therefore, step 1. Please understand the requirement. The requirement is I would like to create some component like this. That component is going to display some name and have some border. So that means my component is having two properties. And all the custom components are accessible with the help of C. Now, step 1. Let me go ahead and create the component. Create custom component called Chenna component 1. This is what I would like to create. Chenna component 1. So where do I create, or how do I create the component? How do I create the component? So if you want to create the component, okay, so it is not Apex, okay, so you can go ahead and create. You can also create here. So let me show you the other way, because other way I told you to create Visual Force pages. There are two ways, right? So you can use either one of the way. So develop. There is something called components. Develop. There is something called components. Now new component. Develop. There is something called component. Then new component. So what is the component name I would like to have? So the name is going to be Chenna component 1. So therefore, give the label name as that one. That's it. Now you need to create the component. You need to create the component. Apex component. That's fine. Okay. So this component should have how many attributes? Two attributes. If you look at here, two attributes, name and text. So therefore, Apex colon, there is an attribute called attribute. Apex colon attribute. So it should take name. Name generally it is a text area, text data type. Then space. If you want to give some description, you can give description. This description is what? Name. Description is what? Name attribute of type text. Name attribute of type text. Next one, you will have type is equal to string, or you can say this is name attribute. This is for name attribute. Okay. So then there is a description. Then you can define the type. Type is equal to, it is generally a string. And if you want to make it as mandatory, required is equal to true. That means I am saying this is a mandatory field. That means if you want to use this Chenna component, then you must pass the text, else you cannot use it. Please see this again. If you look at here, Apex include. If you look at here, Apex include. It is having so many properties or so many attributes. What are the attributes? ID, page name, render. But how many I used here? I used only page name. ID and rendered I did not use, because of the reason is when they developed this component, they did not make that two as mandatory, or they did not make anyone is mandatory. Please see this. What is the meaning of mandatory? This is a component, it is having three properties. This is a component, it is having three properties. I just use page name. I did not use ID, I did not use render. Even though I did not use that, it is working because they did not make it as mandatory. But in my coding, if they do not enter this text, that means if they do not enter Chenna, if they do not enter ready, then it will not work. So because the reason is I am making that attribute is mandatory for this Chenna component. For this Chenna component. Now I need to have one more attribute. What is the one more attribute? Apex colon attribute. So let me say name is equal to give some name. So this name is what? One is for the text, another one is for the. So if you look at this one, what are the attribute names? Text and border. So therefore text is over, then border. So let me give this as border 1 maybe. Border 1 because border is another property available. Border is a standard property available. Border is a standard attribute is available already. That's why I am giving name 1. So you can also give here text 1. Or you can say enter text, enter border. Those are the P's. Okay, so attributes are what? Enter border and enter text. So that you will not have any issues. Okay, enter text. Next description, if you want, you can give the description. Description is equal to, what is the description? This is border attribute. This is border attribute. Next, type is equal to what? Border. Border is what? 2, 3 like that. Border width 2, 3 like that. So therefore generally it is integer. So border width, border height. So it will be a number. So that's why I am taking type is integer. Then I am going to make this is also mandatory. That means if they are not entering this component will not work. Required is equal to mandatory. True. That's it. So therefore now I have two attributes. Now I have two attributes defined. Next, let's say you are entering the text, you are entering the border. With the text and the border, what you need to get? You need to get this look and feel. You need to get this look and feel. That means I need to define the style now. See, once because it is a custom component, you need to do everything. So look at here. If you go here, this is a standard component. When you say text area, then automatically text area will come. When you say text, automatically it will come. Because of the reason already there is a logic to do that. But this is a custom component. Let's say you enter the text and you enter the border. That does not mean that display text and border. No. Now you need to define it. You need to style it. How do you want the text? How do you want the border? So that's what we are doing now. So I am defining a div. I am defining a div which will take the style. Style is equal to, I am defining the div which is going to take the style. Style is nothing but, so border color. Okay, so I am defining the border hyphen color. Let me make it as red. Then border style. There will be style. I am saying solid. You can see the difference of these properties. Don't worry. I am making it as solid. Then border. There is something called width. This I am getting dynamically. So whatever width enter, right, that is what I would like to apply. Whatever width they enter, right, that is what I would like to apply. So therefore, let me take this and put it here. Border width, whatever they enter in the runtime, that is what I would like to take. And pixels, I would like to add this as a pixels. Border width. Then That's it. This is what the style. Next, you can have one more thing called the apex colon output text. So because of the reason you need to display it. So therefore I am taking output text. I'll show you the difference. Okay. Apex output text. So the value is, so whatever we enter in the runtime. Whatever we enter in the runtime. Enter text. Now let me end the div. Let me end the div. So I click on save. So this is saved successfully. This is saved successfully. So you can also click on edit. That's not a problem. Okay. So therefore, if you look at here, we'll discuss all these things once we. Let me go ahead and now let me go ahead and use this component. Let me go ahead and now component is ready. Step 2 is what? Use the created custom component. Use the created custom component. Component in where? In some Visualforce page. Create a Visualforce page. Chenna custom component. Chenna Visualforce page uses custom component. This is what this one. So I am creating a Visualforce page now. Chenna Visualforce page uses custom component. So let me go ahead and create it. Let me go ahead and create custom component. So create. So now we'll just make that the sidebar all these things false and show header is equal to false. Now let me delete all these things. Let me delete all these things. Now this is what the Visualforce page and everything is empty. Now I have a custom page, right? Where is the custom page? Or custom component. Custom component name is what? Chenna comp1. So I told you, if you want to use the custom component, then you must use colon, C colon. See, if you type C colon, immediately this is coming. Please observe here. I created a custom component called Chenna comp1. Now, if I type C colon, immediately that is coming. Immediately that is coming. Now, that component is having how many attributes? If you look at here, that component is having how many attributes? 2 attributes. One attribute is what? Enter text. Second attribute is enter border. So therefore, now you type space here, then you see the difference. Chenna component 1, see, enter border. Now you are getting it. Enter border. Let's say I am entering border is 3. And then there is one more field called enter text. Text I am entering hello Chenna. Now click on save. See this is came. This is one component. Now my component, what my component is doing, it is displaying the label. It is displaying the label with the red border 3. So if I make it as 30, then you will see the thin one or the bigger one. See, that's what I am trying to say. Now onwards you can use this component by just passing your values. Now onwards you can use this one by just passing the values. Now onwards you can use this one by just passing the values. Now let me create one more. Let me use the component one more time. Let me use the component one more time. C colon custom component. Are you guys sleeping or what? Please do not sleep. Okay, enter name. Now I am entering name as enter text. Text is hello ready and typing. And there is one more problem. If you just type like this and save it, see, you are getting the error. Why you are getting the error? I think you know. Whenever you are using the component, there are two attributes. I made both attributes as mandatory. If you fail to enter any one of the attributes, I just enter text. But I did not enter the border. As I did not enter the border, now it is giving the error. So because I made both as mandatory. So therefore enter border. Let's say 5. Become save. See this came. See this came. So let's say this is 5 and let's say this is 50. Now you will see the difference. Yeah. So this is what I asked you to create. This is what I asked you to create. That's it. Now any questions? Let me know. If you know questions, then we are good. Let me make it as 30. That's it. Any questions on the custom creating the custom components? So if you look at here, what we did in overall the custom component, there are 2 steps. The first step is what? Go and create a custom component. When you create a custom component, first you decide how many attributes you want. I want 2 attributes. Enter text, that means text and the border I would like to pass in the runtime. Runtime means here. Okay, so that is about this one. Then once you pass, what you need to do? That is what I defined here. So once you pass border text, you display as a input text. So that's why it is coming as a input text. Next, border, enter whatever you enter text, that you display as a output text. So that's why there is output text. The same way you can have something as a input text and see the difference. Let's say instead of output text, let's say input text. Apex colon input field. Or input field you cannot have because of the reason is it is having the value. So this component is not allowed. So let's have the same output text only. Because input means, see, you are giving the input, but here input is not required because you are already getting the value. So therefore, so if you look at here, what this component is doing? This component is taking 2 parameters. And what I am doing with the parameters? That's what the question here is. What I am doing with the parameters? That's what the question is. With the parameters, I take the text and I display as an output text. I take the border, and with that border, for that border, I am applying red color and solid. So if I delete the solid, then see the difference. And if I delete the red color also, you will see the difference. So that red color will not come. See, if there is no solid, it is not filled. Now is there difference? If there is no solid, then that will not, that red color will not be applied. So therefore, that's why let's have the solid. Let's have the solid. Now you will be getting the output. So like that you can define the component and you can use the component whenever you want. Whenever you have the custom component starts with C and you have to pass these 2 parameters because of the reason is I made both as mandatory. I made both as mandatory. Now any questions, let me know. So here step 1, create custom component. That is equal to, in bracket, name is equal to this one. So you created the custom component. This is what the code to create the custom component. Next step 2 is use the custom component. Use the custom component in Visual Course page. So let's say Visual Course page name is, what is the Visual Course page name? Chenna Visual Course page uses custom component. So how did I use? What is the code I have written? I have written a code like this. I have written the code like this. Okay. So what is the output of this program? This program output is this one. This program output is whatever I show you. So this is how I would like to have my component. Now let me know if you have any questions, else we can start. Any questions, Supreet, Shiva, Varsha? Guys, you are sleeping? No questions. Supreet, Shiva?
Good enough.
Supreet, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, okay, tomorrow we'll see. Okay, that's what. So tomorrow we'll see how to build a custom. See, till now, if you look at here, in the previous programs and all, till now we were using, let me go to the Channa O3. If you look at here, till now we were using the standard controllers, right? So accounts, all these are standard controllers. Now tomorrow we'll see how to use the custom control. That means how to use our object. Like we created the merchandise object, we created the invoice object, all these things, right? Let's see how to use those and develop our own pages. Let's see how to use those and develop our own pages. And we can also see how to create the public web pages. We can also see how to create the public web pages. And there is a Visual Course page order. That's what we need to understand. So we can just discuss tomorrow and discuss Saturday and Sunday also classes. So we will start the affix also.
Okay.
Right? These tutorials and the programs and all I'll send you weekend because I want to type some more things. So once I type everything, then I'll send you. Hardly by Saturday I'll share all these things, especially the programs and the documentation, whatever I'm doing. That's all. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Sir. Bye.